Dear all, welcome to HR Talks. Today we are going to discuss a very important topic, that is how to be confident during an interview process. This is very important because I have seen a lot of good candidates failing to clear the interview just because they become extremely nervous during the interview and they really cannot grab the opportunity that they well deserve. Before we move forward, we need to understand why are we getting nervous? Although there are a lot of factors that are affecting a person while giving an interview, we will try to discuss some of the key elements that contribute the most during the interview process and make us nervous. The first and the foremost thing is desperation for a job. When we are desperate for anything, we try to be best. However, if an interviewer is asking you a question and if we are not sure about the answer, this desperation becomes a problem and it becomes your nervousness. Secondly, there are a lot of candidates who is fear to communicate. Although they have very good skill, however, they fail to exhibit it in front of the interviewer. The third and the fourth point is related to fresh graduates. They have a lot of questions and doubts related to their experience or related to their qualification. What we need to understand over here are very simple. Interview is not a competition. You have to understand it in the right sense. It's an opportunity for you to exhibit your potential to an employer. We have enough time to prepare ourselves before the interview to overcome most of our nervousness. Now let us discuss how to get ready for an interview. Before we begin, I have tried to categorize the preparation in three steps. Step 1. This preparation need to be done before the interview process. Understanding the job description. This will give us more opportunity to prepare the role that the organization is looking for. And second one is refreshing the requirement as per the given profile. Even if you're highly skilled or having a very good experience, it is always better to refer to the requirements mentioned in the job description. If you don't have the job description, always feel free to ask the recruiter to share the job description that they are looking for. It could benefit you during the interview process and during the technical assessments. And the third point is to ensure the details mentioned in the resume are true and accurate. Never try to lie in your resume. If you are not sure on any of the points mentioned in the resume, then make sure you get more information related to the point and prepare yourself before you are going for the interview. And the next point is to get more details of the organization. You can get the details, the information from their website or from someone who is working there before if you know, or otherwise you can ask the recruiter more about the organization. Understanding the organization will help you to create an impression in interviewer as well as it will help you to prepare better for your role. Now let us go to step 2. The step 2 is for the day of interview. What are the things we need to prepare for the day of interview? The very first thing is punctuality. Always be punctual. Punctuality is a key element, although the employer may judge a candidate on how punctual they were during the interview process. But in more of the cases, it can be more helpful for the candidate. Candidate can get in touch with the other candidates available there. They can also have a word with the employees working there if they get a chance. In other words, it gives a chance to increase the network and understand more about the organization. By that way, they can analyze and understand their role in the company. And the second one is always try to keep an updated resume. We have seen a lot of candidates either not carrying their resume, or if they carry the resume, maybe outdated. It is essential to carry the updated resume because most of the time the interviewer may refer back to your resume, and if we are not able to present our resume in a true way, then it would create a wrong impression in the mind of interviewer. It is always essential to keep the updated resume and keep it tidy. That means do not fold your resume. And the next point is to dress well. When we say to dress well, whatever way you are dressing, it should match your professionalism. It should justify your personality. Any dress that is decent and that shows your personality can be adapted on the day of interview. Although nowadays few of the companies are suggesting the candidate to dress formal for the interview, however, I always suggest that keep the dressing the same as that you're going for a date. Last but not the least, and sometimes it may feel a bit silly, is keep a pen with you. Yes, it sounds a bit silly, however, it will be too embarrassing for a candidate to request other for pens, especially if they have been requested to fill some form, or if there are some assessment test or written test where they don't have the pen carried with them. So take care of these points in step 2. Let us move to the final step. It is step 3. Step 3 is after the interview. Yes, this is the final stage. However, in this process, you have a lot to do with your candidature. It shows what is the personality of the candidate. The very first thing I would suggest would be to express your gratitude for the person who has done your interview. Send a short mail to the person who arranged the interview for you. We have to be very careful while writing this mail. We should only be thanking the person for arranging the mail, and we should not be asking too much of question on how about your candidature. By this way, you will able to establish a professional relationship with the person other end. And the most important point is be patient. We shall never do a bulk follow-up. By doing this, we are spamming the person. So try to avoid any and all unnecessary follow-ups and give them enough time to finish their interview process. And before we end, always remember, we have been called by the recruiter. That means you are a potential employee for that organization. This means you have all the relevant qualities, the qualifications that the organization is looking for any prospective employee. A mere 30-minute or an 8-hour interview can never ever validate anyone's skill, their potential. So, even if you're not getting selected, it is not your fault. So, never ever think in a negative manner. And finally, organization needs talents like you than we need the organization. We can understand this. The amount of money any organization is spending on their recruitment tools are much more nowadays. So any talents are outside has to be assured that they will one day definitely get the best opportunity in their life. Dear viewer, thanks a lot for watching this video. We hope it was helpful for you. If you have any suggestion or feedback to share, please feel free to put it in comment section. Also, if you have any particular topic to be discussed in future videos, kindly let us know. We wish you all the success. Good wishes. Thanks a lot.